Today, OnePlus announced the OnePlus 5, and it has a similar design to the iPhone 7 Plus, but it has slimmer bezels that are less curved, and since the curves are symmetric, the back also has less curves. It has a sharper edge that OnePlus calls the Horizon line. It has a headphone jack, but it is not waterproof, and it does not have a dual-tone flash. Instead of a mute switch, OnePlus has their notification switch that is located on the opposite side of the phone as the mute switch would be. It can be set to Do Not Disturb so that no notifications will be displayed, priority so that certain notifications can be displayed, or just regular so that all notifications would be displayed. The OnePlus 5 has a better display than the OnePlus 3T, supporting the full DCI-P3 color gamut, as well as some new color modes. It does not have a 1440p resolution, and this is most likely because OnePlus does not believe that there is a notable difference between 1440p and 1080p. They actually mentioned this at the beginning of the keynote, unnecessary innovations, ones that people will not notice, and that is most likely why it does not have a 1440p display. The OnePlus 5 is a major camera upgrade. It has a new camera sensor, but is still 16 megapixels and still the same size. It has an f1.7 aperture, and it has faster autofocus. However, the main change was the addition of a secondary camera, which is a telephoto. It is actually a higher resolution of 20 megapixels, but lower pixel size at 1 micron compared to 1.12 microns on the 16 megapixel main camera. It also has a narrower aperture at f2.6 instead of f1.7, so it most likely will not be used in low light situations. With the OnePlus 5, OnePlus has actually removed optical image stabilization, replacing it with electronic image stabilization. The OnePlus 5 still has a 16 megapixel front camera, like the OnePlus 3T. The OnePlus 5 has a Snapdragon 835 processor, which is of course an octa-core 2.45 GHz processor, which is built on a 10 nanometer process, making it very energy efficient. It also has 6 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage on the base model, but there is also a higher end model that has 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage. It has a 3,300 mAh battery, which is slightly smaller than the OnePlus 3T, but that should be okay since it has the Snapdragon 835, which is more energy efficient than the Snapdragon 821. The phone should not get as hot when using dash charging. It also should have a more powerful and quieter vibration engine.